the Minnesota Vikings. Along with Greg Olsen. Will Reichert will get this one started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Red, 38. Field, black. Right, white, red, cycle. Smash, red. Claws, red. Needle, blue. Ready?
Throwing to begin is Love. There's a short one caught by Kraft. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A bit of a quick hitter here. And what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
So, from 37, here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Here we green jack. 52 blue. Slide blue. Black shot. Ready?
From the gun, it's Love. To the left side, he finds Kraft. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. That's catch number 40 on the season for him.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Ready.
Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs, the ball carrier. Byron Murphy on the tackle. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Vikings' 37-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2.
6. Hut. Yellow. 43. Red. Yellow. Hut.
Now Love. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
3rd down and 2.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He's got a man. That's Watson. And he'll get into the end zone. Christian Watson. Touchdown, Packers. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive in an early 6 points.
Makes the score Packers 7, Vikings nothing. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
3rd and long. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. He's got a receiver. It's Ty Felton. And he's free at the 35. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. A big play for Minnesota. 54 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Now he'll run. And he'll be forced out of bounds. Just a couple yards short of a 1st down. That's a pickup of 8.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
Phil running for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
They'll try and throw it with McCarthy. He's got his tight end, Hopkinson. And he's going to have the 1st down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
On the move left, and he'll take this one in. J.J. McCarthy, touchdown Minnesota. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop. And they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Reichel good with the extra point. And the Vikings go to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready, ready. Here we go, set. Blue, 32. Ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
2nd and 10.
Come on, Fury, yellow. 33, yellow.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's to for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
Right, 97. Ready, set.
A run up the middle with Jacobs. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Here's Luck. Open is the tight end, Kraft. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
13 yards.
4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Ready. Ready.
They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
They'll come up now for second down and 4.
Here we go. 43 rail. 10 front. Ready.
Once again, it's Jacobs. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
Ready. Ready. Ready.
From the gun on third down, it's Luck. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down. So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt. McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Packers will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball is going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
That's another quick first down. That's a 25-yard gain.
So the rule of thumb, so often when you call these play-action passes, Mike, is that the guy you fake it to, he tends to be wide open more often than not. And it's exactly the case here. Dump it off to the back in the flat, and he does the rest.
Got it. Ready.
They'll come up here, first and 10. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. That one to the sideline and incomplete, and a penalty flag now comes in late. Maybe no receiver in the area on that one.
On the double.
Play action now. It's McCarthy. Open man, downfield, it's Hawkinson. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
It's now third down.
Let's go. Hawk 70. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Packers on top. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. Vikings football as we begin this second quarter as they come up to face 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's McCarthy. And this is going to be incomplete. Great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Reichard's kick is good. And the Vikings will level the score at 10 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
All level at 10 as this one's kicked off. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Down. Blue 32. Drill green. Set.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate. And that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
Ready. Here we go. 33, yellow. Quad red. Ready.
On play action, Love. Working across the field, he spots Watson. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That one's good for 26 yards.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
They'll run out of the gun with Jacobs. He's taken down just shy of the 10. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down.
Mike, you know the best time to pick up 1st downs is? On 1st downs. Don't wait for 3rd down. We see it here. 3 plays in a row, 3 1st downs on chunk plays, and this offense is rolling.
Okay, ready?
Still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11.
50, green. Drill 52. Smash, red. Ready?
Love. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. That defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Madden. Needle blue. Hut, hut.
A second down throw for Love. That is caught by the tight end. Tucker Kraft. Touchdown, Green Bay. His 6th touchdown now for the season. The tight end using the middle of the field. I got a tight end next to me who's caught 60 NFL touchdowns, knows how to operate down in those spaces.
And that was my favorite place to operate, Mike. I always had this rule: the closer you got to the middle of the field, the worse they got at defending the pass. So that's where I wanted to work, and that's where this guy was working and leads himself to a touchdown.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On play action, here's McCarthy. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. He'll go right back to Jefferson. They connect again. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with it.
At the 26-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Here's a give left side. This is Swift. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Devon Fuller there on the tackle.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
They'll go play action here with McCarthy. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And he'll be out of bounds down around the 40. That is a gain of 15, and now it's first and goal.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Now McCarthy. And this will be incomplete, but a penalty flag down on the play. And let's see who's guilty. From a little further back, here's second and goal.
Here we go, set. Lightning, 18. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. He's hit as he throws. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
Incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
They'll look to throw for it with McCarthy. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, He holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home. And I can tell you firsthand, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Riker had the field goal a moment ago. He's back out now to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Ready. Let's go now.
They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And let's give him about 4 on that one. And Jonathan Grenard in for the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Ready.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
No gain on the play. Brings up
2 minutes remaining here in this first half. We'll have more from Minneapolis after this. Here now, 3rd and 5.
Set. Black. 95. Set.
From the gun, it's Love. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by their rookie 2nd-rounder. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
At the 46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. He'll swing this out to Swift. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35.
It's a gain of 11.
A gain there of
And the
11.
Vikings
It'll be a
first
Vikings
down.
first down.
1st and 10.
Big-time
at the
completion here as they try to
35-yard
get some points before the half. And remember, they're getting the ball back after the break, so they get a chance to double up possessions here if they're able to put a scoring drive together in the closing stages of this half.
That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
That's another Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
That's quickly out to Jefferson. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard. Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. McCarthy going to look to throw again. Moving to his right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's going to be close to the first down. Out of bounds, just a little short. They'll need to pick it up on 3rd down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he's going to have the first down just past the marker. It is 1st and goal.
Nice run right there. You get down here into the red zone area, Mike, and yards are hard to come by. He's able to stick his head in there and sets him up for 1st and goal.
McCarthy going to tap this one forward to his receiver. And he's in. Touchdown, Vikings. Riker now to add the extra point. It's up and through. The Vikings go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3.
17.
He kicks this one away.
The Packers take over 1st and 10. The Packers take over 1st and 10. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Set, ready. Red 38.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Love to throw it on 1st down. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked up by Isaiah Rodgers. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown.
That's about as bad as it could possibly get. Mike, you're only one play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
He kicks this one away. This taken at the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Ball red. Ready.
Love to throw on 1st and 10. This is taken in by Dobbs. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And the Packers 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Love. That's just Kraft, the tight end downfield. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Packers going to use their final timeout now. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this 2nd quarter. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Blue striker. 10 black. Smash red. Spike white. Red cycle. Slide blue. Ready.
Out of the shotgun. It's Love. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Packers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Come on, set. Speed old blue. Black 40. Ready?
Back to the air, it's Love. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up 1st and goal.
On the ball. On the ball.
1st and goal, Green Bay.
Drill, 3-2. Come on, 38. Set.
To throw is Love. Cross, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
leads to
All these
second
defensive
and
linemen,
goal.
I promise you, they all want sacks. That is how you get paid. That is how you make your name. But it's also the other plays where you can affect the quarterback. Can you make them feel uncomfortable? Or in this case, you don't get the sack, but it was the hit that's able to alter the pass to fall incomplete.
A look to the end zone, and it's broken up. Incomplete. There was no space, no separation that time. That's going to bring it to third and goal.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
On the ready.
2 incomplete passes now lead to this third down and goal.
Here, yellow. 52 blue. Hut.
Now Love. That one, take it in. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Packers.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Now Love getting the Packers set for this 2-point try.
Here we
The
go. Here we
Packers
go.
will set up for the
Drill
2-point
green.
conversion.
Green Jack. Claude Ray. Hut, hut.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. That is caught. And they get the 2-point conversion.
Vikings 27, Packers.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. And he will not attempt to return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
Check mash. Check mash. Check the in.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 2.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they get the timeout.
33-yard line.
On second down, here's McCarthy. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
This is still anyone's ball game at this point. The difference is just 2 as we begin quarter number 3. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
From the 44-yard line, here's second and 1. They'll go again with Swift. Down the sideline, past the 45. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. They'll get 19 out of that play. First down, Minnesota.
First and 10 at the
Second and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain.
And he's in. Touchdown, Minnesota. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field. And after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Will Reichard now off for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Vikings will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9. Reichard out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He's across the 20, taking down just shy of the 25.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Come on, set. Right, right. Steal, black. Ready.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be very close to the first down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. You can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
From the 34-yard line, here's second and a yard.
50.
From the gun, here comes Jacobs. And he's down on the other side of midfield, marked him at the 48-yard line. 18 yards on the pickup there. Good for a Green Bay first down.
Remember this one thing. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
Black 40. Set.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. That's Jonathan Grenard in for the stop. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 9.
Here we go. Slide through. Set.
Back to throw is Love. That one's caught. That's Matthew Golden. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far. But that one gives them a first down.
27-yard line.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Ready, ready. Grill green. Black shot. Black ultra. Green jack. Set.
Love to throw. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Matthew Golden. Touchdown. another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Will set up for the
Yellow,
2-point
43.
conversion.
Needle blue. Red, cycle. Set.
Here's Love. That's in the end zone and intercepted.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Play action now. It's McCarthy. That's caught left side by Hawkinson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
It's a gain of 11.
They get 11 and quickly pick up a 1st down.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive on yards after the catch.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. That one's caught by Hawkinson. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
26 yards.
It's a gain there of 26 yards.
1st down.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped. They can get to him back at the 15-yard line.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Let's go now. Motion, motion, motion.
McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. That's hauled in at the 2.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
3rd and inches. They'll try to run this one in. And he will not get in. The defense stands their ground, pushes him back, and they force fourth down.
What can you say about the effort of this defense, Mike? I mean, they find themselves backed up their heels on their own goal line. And not only did they come up with a big third down stop, they take them back for a loss. Brings up fourth down, and wow, they got a chance to make a huge goal line stand.
They'll go. Here's McCarthy. And this is a fun. The decision to go pays off. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, just buying a little extra time, waiting for his man to uncover on the back of the end zone, and then it just becomes, let's rip it and throw that ball in that window. It might not stay open for long, but he puts it right where it needs to be. Touchdown.
Reichard, good with the extra point. The Vikings will extend this third quarter lead. Touchdown as he kicks this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The man in motion is Watson. On play action, Love. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Dallas Turner in there to bring him down for his 7th sack of the year.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
On second down, Love. To the left side, he finds Kraft. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's third down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
From the gun, it's Love. Over the middle, he fits it into Dobbs. And he'll be stopped short of the first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down. That's taken in, and he will have the first down. Needing to make something happen. Trailing here in the third quarter, they convert on fourth down.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on fourth down, had they not gotten it, it's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points?
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of play. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. First and 10.
Down. White. Yellow. 43. Ready.
We'll go play action with Love. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And it'll be second down.
Nice rep here by the defense. They go man coverage, takes away all the threats downfield, and with nothing open, he has no choice but just kind of throw a contested ball, hope for the best, and just falls incomplete.
Try again. It's second and 10.
Cover 38. Here we go. Back.
On the bootleg, it's Love. Forced out wide. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's going to be brought down.
It's a gain of 22
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Watch out now. 50-50. Let's go. Ready?
Here's Jacobs. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
Second and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line.
Set hut. 10 black. Set.
Here's Love. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Packers. That is second touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Ready,
The Packers will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That is incomplete. And the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful.
41. Packers 37.
Now back to a one-score game as they kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Travel like LeBron, I'm a traveling man.
Little play action here with McCarthy. That one to the sideline is over everybody, but now a penalty flag will come in. They may get him for grounding.
Ready.
Throwing on second down is McCarthy. Right side, and it's brought in by Felton. That's a good game there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
It seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice game.
3rd and 2, and here's McCarthy. He's got his tight end, Hopkinson. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone.
It's a gain of 38
It's a big
yards.
play when they needed it the most. 38 yards.
So it's man coverage, Mike. You have to keep track of who your responsibility is, and in this case, he just drops him. He's wide open, short throws turn into long runs, and they're inside the red zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Here we go. Here we go. Block 40. Ready?
This one tapped forward on the pop pass. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal.
Vikings, first down. First and
An
goal
opportunity
at the
for what could be
6-yard
a
line.
game-sealing touchdown right here. 1st down and goal. They'll run with Swift. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Looked to me like the quarterback had the option to pull that and make it a throw, but he decides to give it. He probably wishes looking back that he would have pulled it because there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Here's another shot from the 6 at 2nd and goal. On the zone read, it's McCarthy. And he got half of what he needed from the 6 to the 3.
I don't mind the call. Down here this close to the goal line, you're trying to account for the extra defenders. In this case, you're trying to read them, but give credit to the defense. They had the running back accounted for and the quarterback.
Line of scrimmage, the 3. 3rd and goal. Swift will take this one into the end zone for a breaking touchdown. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The kick is good. However, there is a penalty flag down. The defense might have gotten a head start.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Reichard out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Down. Black.
In motion goes Dobbs. On 1st and 10, here's Love. He'll get this one out to Jacobs. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first half.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Complete to Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. How about this one, too, to start the drive? Mark him off with a gain of 24 and another first down.
The Packers first down.
Let's go. 10 black. 52 blaster. 6. You yellow. Check hut.
Love. He's got it inside the 5. And he will score. Game on. Christian Watson. Touchdown, Green Bay. That his second touchdown tonight.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
The Packers will set up for the two-point conversion.
Throwing is Love. That's caught. So they get the two-point conversion. And all of a sudden, that 11-point deficit down to just a field goal here in the fourth.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Isaiah Rodgers now to return it. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
On first down, it's Swift. And he'll work forward for about 4. It's second down.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Second and 5.
Let's go now. Hey, smash Bronco.
Another run here. Another run by Swift. Up the sideline at the 35. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 21
They
yards.
get 21 on
And
that
the
one.
Vikings
It'll be a
first
Vikings
down.
first down.
First and 10
And this is
at
the point of the game,
42-yard
Mike, where you
line.
really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
Cougar 19.
Jefferson's got it coming around. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Here's a second and 6. On the give, here's Swift. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
First and 10.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. That's timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second. Get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Second and 10. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. They get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Let's go.
They'll drop to throw. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
A gain of 15 yards.
A gain there of
That's
15. First down, Minnesota.
First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Come on. Set. Panther 60.
Now a handoff running right.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Second down, 8 yards to go.
Go.
To a knee goes McCarthy. That should about wrap this